Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive. We're here again, trying to cut through all that noise, find the surprising facts, and basically give you a shortcut to being genuinely well-informed.
Yep, sharpening those critical thinking tools.
Exactly. And today we're focusing on something pretty specific, but potentially really powerful. It's a skill that supposedly offers a clear path to a lucrative online income. Just writing email.
Right. We got our hands on, well, it's a sales page for a program. It's called Email Underground Intensive. And it makes some, let's say, remarkably bold claims about how much you can earn just by writing simple emails.
Simple emails, like how simple?
Get this. It suggests that if you have just a 6th grade level of English, that's apparently enough to unlock this whole new world of professional freedom.
Okay, hold on.
Huh.
A 6th grade English level? For professional freedom. That sounds, well, it sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't it?
It really does. It definitely grabs your attention. You have to give them that.
Absolutely. So I guess our mission today is clear. We need to unpack these claims. We should explore who these instructors actually are. The source mentions one's a former clown.
And the other's a failed accountant. It's quite the pairing. Already sounds like an interesting backstory.
Definitely unconventional. And we need to look at what this program actually promises to teach you, and maybe most importantly, why. Why are businesses supposedly willing to pay, like, premium fees for what sounds, like pretty basic communication?
That's the $1,000,000 question, isn't it? Or maybe the $36 question, as we might find out.
Huh. Okay, let's get ready to see how this seemingly simple skill might be way more valuable than you first imagined. All right, let's unpack this. So diving straight in, the core idea, the big promise here, it's really compelling, basically. Turn your basic English writing skills into a serious online income.
Yeah, the source puts it right out there. If you can write English at a 6th grade level, that's the main requirement.
Just 6th grade level. Okay.
And they call it the fastest path to having a reliable and lucrative writing income online. Big caps and everything.
Wow. Fastest path. And it's not just about the money, right? They paint a picture of a lifestyle.
Oh, yeah. They mentioned 2-hour workdays. Imagine that.
2 hours!
And being able to live your dream lifestyle writing for a living, it really frames this huge professionalship as being surprisingly accessible, even if you don't think you're much of a writer right now.
But for you, listen in, especially if you keep an eye on these online income opportunities, it does make you wonder, what's really behind this 6th grade level thing? Is it genuinely about minimal skill, or is it maybe tapping into something else, a desire for simplicity?
That's a really good point because, while the English might be simple, the skill involved in writing emails that actually make money, that's probably got to be more than just grammar, right?
You'd think so.
Yeah.
So what does the source imply about the kind of writing we're talking about here? Is it just emails?
Well, it implies it's strategic. That 6th grade level hook is brilliant for making it feel achievable, right? But the real principle seems to be about clarity and persuasion, not writing fancy prose.
Okay, so less Shakespeare, more direct action.
Exactly. It's sort of challenging our usual idea of writing talent. This isn't about literary flair. It's direct response copywriting. You're crafting messages designed specifically to get someone to do something right now, click a link, buy a product, sign up.
Ah, okay. That makes more sense in a business context.
Right, and that's precisely what emails with a high return on investment, or ROI, are supposed to do. And that simplicity, when it's combined with a persuasive structure, can be, well, incredibly effective.
Which leads us perfectly into the business side of things. Why the high demand? Why the premium pay for this specific type of email writing?
This is where it gets really interesting. The secret, according to the source, is pretty straightforward. Businesses pay top dollar because email offers a huge return on investment.
Huge ROI. Okay, do they give any specifics?
They do. They throw out a specific figure. For every $1 a business puts into email marketing, they get about $36 back.
$36 for every $1.
That's the claim, 36x. It's not just getting your money back, it's a massive multiplier.
Wow. Okay, if you think about that, it suddenly explains why a business would be willing to pay well for it. It's not like vague brand advertising. Email lists are often people who've already shown some interest, right? They opted in.
Precisely. You've got this targeted audience, plus the ability to segment lists, personalize messages, things this program presumably teaches. That kind of targeted engagement done well can really boost conversion rates.
They even used an analogy, don't they? Like a machine.
Yeah, they say, imagine a machine where you put in 1 peso or $1 and you get 36 back. How much would you put into that machine?
Everything I could find.
Exactly. That's the power they're attributing to effective emails. But, and this is important,
Yes.
they're very clear this is not about spam. You know, the junk that just clogs up your inbox and goes straight to the spam folder.
All right, nobody's paying for that.
No, this is about emails that make your clients money. That's the direct quote. And they point out that huge companies globally like Starbucks and Amazon and also major players in the Philippines, SM, Ayala, Grab, Lazada, banks, insurance companies, they all use email strategically for this reason.
Okay, that really shifts the perspective. It's not just dashing off a quick note. It's a strategic revenue-generating tool. So for you listening, maybe you run a business or work in marketing, what does a consistent 36x return actually mean? It implies a huge competitive edge, right? And the person who can deliver that, they become pretty valuable.
Absolutely. It links the skill directly to the bottom line.
So we've got the business case. It makes sense why companies would pay. Now let's flip back to the writer. What about the actual earnings? What kind of success stories does this program claim its students achieve?
Well, the general claim is pretty punchy. Writing emails is one of the most highly paid skills out there.
Highly paid. Okay,
Right.
like how high?
They provide some specific testimonials, which are quite revealing. There's one from Allan Barlizo.
Okay.
She's a direct response copywriter, and she says she can earn more than an executive assistant salary by writing just 610 emails or maybe a 3,000-word sales copy for one client.
Wow, okay. Comparing it to an executive assistant salary makes it very concrete. Just 610 emails.
Yeah, it frames it as high value for focused effort. Then there's Mark Allan, an email marketer. He says email marketing, when done right, is one of the few premium skills he knows that can add hundreds, if not millions of pesos to your bank account.
Hundreds, if not millions. He's directly linking his skill to significant client results and his own earnings.
Exactly. And another one, Romer Rulita, also an email copywriter, claims he generated multiple six-figure revenue for my clients using email marketing.
Multiple six figures for the clients.
Right. And because of that, he says it allowed him to charge anywhere from $2K to $5K for each project.
$2,000 to $5,000 per project.
Mm.
Okay, these are not small amounts we're talking about. This suggests really high-value work.
Definitely. And get this, the program apparently has something called an Millionaires Award.
E-millionaires? Seriously?
That's what it says. It's given to students whose emails generate over $1 million in revenue for their clients.
Okay, that's quite a claim.
And they mention other specific results too, like $42,000 in just one day from an email campaign, and another generating PHP $263,000 in sales through emails.
Those specific numbers,
Yeah.
they really make the potential feel tangible, don't they?
Yeah.
So for you listening, someone who understands how markets value skills, what would it mean for your income potential? If you could command fees like $5 for a project, what kind of change could that bring?
It really emphasizes that direct link, doesn't it? Deliver legible high value and you can command high compensation. That's true in many fields today.
Okay, so who are the people behind this? The ones promising to teach you how to become an emaillionaire. We hinted at their unique backgrounds.
Hey, yeah. Let's introduce them properly. John Pagulayan and Allan Go.
John Pagulayan. He's a former clown, right?
That's the one. Quite a career change. He's now described as an agency owner, a consultant, and founder of something called the Freelance Movement Tribe, aimed at 6- and 7-figure freelancers.
6 and 7 figures. Okay.
And the source states he generates tens of millions of dollars each year for his clients by writing their emails. So definitely moved on from the circus tent to the boardroom, it seems.
Tens of millions for clients through
Wow.
emails. Wow. Okay, and the other one, Allan Go.
He's the failed accountant. Another interesting pivot. Now he's an entrepreneur, consultant, and founder of Digital Solopreneur, which helps people build one-person businesses selling digital products using email as a key tool.
So from balancing books to driving digital sales,
Yeah.
also quite a shift.
Yeah. And together, the claim is they've helped hundreds of ordinary people make a full-time income writing emails for a living.
Their backstories are certainly unusual. They definitely challenge the typical idea of a career path. You just want to wonder, what kind of perspective does that bring? A former clown. Maybe he understands audience psychology. A failed accountant. Maybe he really gets the numbers and ROI now.
Could be. It suggests they've learned through doing, perhaps outside the traditional system. Maybe they learned how to capture attention in a really fundamental way. That's certainly useful in persuasive writing.
True. Okay. Intriguing instructors.
Yeah.
So let's get down to the nuts and bolts, the how-to. What does this Email Underground Intensive, or EUI program, actually involve?
Right. So it's pitched as an 8-week program. Pretty intensive, as the name suggests.
8 weeks, okay.
And the goal is explicit: the fastest path to having a steady and profitable writing income online. They aim to cover the whole journey, basically.
The whole journey, like from scratch.
Seems like it. It says they cover basic email principles to writing out attention-worthy emails, to getting your first, second, third, and even fourth email client, and crucially, all in the comforts of your own home.
All from home. Okay.
Yeah.
And how do they structure it over the 8 weeks?
They break it down into 3 simple steps each week. Seems designed to be actionable.
Okay, step 1.
Step 1 is write. Simple enough. You write an email based on that week's lesson, and they apparently provide instructions, the structure, and the templates, which should lower the barrier for beginners.
Templates are helpful. Okay, step 2.
Step 2, pitch. You take the email you wrote and you use their well-crafted client-getting templates to show it to potential clients. They even claim prospects will be thankful to receive your pitch.
Thankful. That's optimistic.
Yeah, maybe. And finally, step 3 is submit. You send your work, presumably the email and maybe the pitch results, to Allan and John for review and feedback.
Ah, okay, so there's direct feedback involved.
Yeah.
Write, pitch, submit. It sounds like a cycle designed for rapid learning and actually doing the work, not just theory.
Exactly. Learn, apply, get feedback, improve, repeat.
And the outcome they promise from following these steps.
You'll get better at writing effective emails, obviously. You'll build a portfolio of actual work. And you'll start attracting clients who are interested in hiring you.
So for you listening, maybe you're thinking about learning a new skill like this. Which of those 3 steps seems like the biggest hurdle? Writing the emails, pitching yourself, or maybe getting constructive feedback? And which part sounds most appealing for actually getting started?
It definitely seems structured to tackle the common roadblocks, knowing what to write, how to find clients, and how to improve. And beyond those weekly steps, they also talk a lot about support systems.
Right, which can be super important when you're learning something new,
Yeah.
especially if you plan to make money from it. What kind of support do they mention?
Well, there's something called tetrad companions. Sounds a bit dramatic, but it's described as a personal support squad of 4 peers.
A support squad, okay.
Yeah, for accountability, bouncing ideas around, feedback, motivation, peer support.
Makes sense. What else?
There's also an exclusive private community, like a forum or Facebook group, presumably, for asking questions, getting advice, sharing wins and frustrations.
Standard practice for online courses, but good to have.
And this seems pretty key. Bi-weekly live Q&A with us, Allan and John. So every 2 weeks, you can get on a live call, get your emails reviewed, ask questions directly. That's direct access to the instructors.
That direct mentorship element is often a big selling point. It's not just pre-recorded videos.
Exactly. Plus, they offer lifetime access to the 8-week modules themselves, so you can go back anytime.
Lifetime access is always good.
And lifetime community access, too. Plus those 8 live Q&As during the initial run. It suggests the support extends beyond the 8 weeks.
Okay, and they throw in bonuses too, right?
Oh, yeah. 5 bonuses, all with lifetime access as well. Bonus number 1 is legacy trainings. Sounds like advanced stuff for growing your business. Bonus 2 is client getting modules, more detail on finding work. Bonus 3, discovery call or chat scripts. So templates for those initial client conversations. Bonus 4, a premium proposal template. And bonus 5, how to create a portfolio website, even if you're just a newbie.
Wow, okay. Those bonuses seem very practical, addressing specific steps needed to actually get clients and look professional. And they promise free upgrades for life, too.
That's the claim. Lifetime access, lifetime community, lifetime upgrades. They're really trying to address that common issue learners face, right? Feeling alone or getting stuck after the main course content is done.
Yeah, that feeling of isolation can kill momentum. Having a community, peer support, ongoing access, direct Q&As, that's a pretty comprehensive support package. So for you listening, how much value do you place on that kind of robust support system when you're learning a new skill, especially one tied directly to your income?
It definitely seems designed to lower the risk and increase the chance of follow-through.
Speaking of risk, let's talk money. The investment. What's the price tag on this EUI program? And how do they justify it? Do they offer any guarantees?
Right, the bottom line. They start by positioning it against alternatives. They suggest other similar programs might cost around $2,000, which they convert to over PHP 100,000.
Okay.
And they say getting a one-on-one mentor would be even pricier, maybe over $5,000, or closer to PHP 300,000. Then they make a pretty bold claim. No one has taught email copywriting at this level of depth before, setting the bar high for themselves.
So they're framing it as premium in-depth training compared to other options, but what's their actual price?
Well, despite those comparisons, the price listed in the source is PHP 10,000 for a one-time payment.
10,000 Philippine pesos. Okay, that's significantly less than the 2,000 or $5,000 comparisons.
Yeah. Or there's a split pay option for PHP 11,500. It's worth mentioning the source has an enrollment deadline listed August 29, 2025, a Friday at 11:05 or 9 p.m. Obviously, that date is in the past from our perspective now, but that's what the source material stated.
Got it. So how do they justify the value at that PHP 10,000 price point?
They tie it directly back to potential earnings. They state, one client paying you a very conservative $500 fee is already more than enough to double your return on investment.
Oh, okay. So land one decent client and you've already made back double your investment. That's a clear ROI calculation for the student.
Exactly. And to make it even easier to say yes, they offer a 100% risk-free 30-day full refund policy.
A full refund, any conditions.
Nope. They emphasize no questions asked. That's a strong guarantee. It shows a lot of confidence in their program, or at least it's designed to remove the financial risk for the buyer.
Definitely lowers the barrier to entry. And they wrap this section up by painting that lifestyle picture again, don't they?
Yeah, they talk about their dream for you. Being able to write for a living, enjoying things like being on the beach with family or friends on a weekday, or maybe working only Mondays, or even earn even while sleeping. It's all about that freedom and lifestyle outcome.
So, listener, thinking about that investment, PHP 10,000, maybe PHP 11,500, how does that stack up against the potential returns they're showcasing, like $500 to get a $5 per project? And does that 30-day no questions asked guarantee make a difference in how you perceive the opportunity?
It's clearly designed to make taking action feel like a low-risk, high-potential reward decision.
Right. Which brings us to the end of their pitch, really. They lay out a choice for the potential student, presenting three distinct options.
Yep, a classic closing technique. Option number one, do absolutely nothing.
The default choice.
Right. They frame this for people who are contented with how things are, their job, their income, their lifestyle. If you're happy with the commute, the hours, the budget, maybe you don't need this. It's the path of staying put.
Okay, option two.
Option number two, do it yourself. The DIY route. Go out there, spend years learning, experimenting and tweaking, digging through free blogs, YouTube videos, whatever you can find.
The school of hard knocks.
Pretty much. They acknowledge there's no upfront cost, but there's also no guarantee it'll work. And the cost is paid in, as they put it, takon dugo at paues, years, blood and sweat. Unguided trial and error.
Years, blood, and sweat. Sounds tough. Okay, and the final option.
Option number three, naturally, is their offer. Let us do the heavy lifting for you. Join their program, learn everything they know about writing emails that work, finding clients, avoiding the common mistakes, and potentially get there much faster, maybe within the next 8 weeks.
So it's inaction versus slow, hard self-study versus their guided, accelerated path.
Exactly. They frame it as a choice between the willful and the wishful. Are you just going to wish for a change, or are you willing to take decisive action?
A strong call to action. So for you listening, which of those three paths resonates most with how you approach learning or tackling big goals? Do you prefer the structured investment for speed and guidance, or the potentially longer, harder path of figuring it out yourself? How do you personally weigh the cost of time versus the cost of money?
It really boils down to individual priorities and learning styles.
Absolutely. Well, what a fascinating deep dive that was into the whole world of email copywriting as presented by this program. From that initial hook, a 6th grade English level, potentially leading to e-millionaires status, to those really unexpected backgrounds of the instructors. The source material definitely paints a vivid picture, a skill that seems simple on the surface, but is framed as surprisingly in demand and incredibly lucrative if you master it.
It really does. It highlights how understanding fundamental business value, like that massive ROI for companies, can create a really premium opportunity for individuals who can deliver it.
Yeah.
And, you know, the idea that a former clown and a failed accountant are the ones guiding people to this success, it's kind of a testament to how diverse paths to expertise can be, isn't it? And maybe to the power of simply communicating persuasively.
That's a great point. This deep dive really shows that behind what looks like a simple email, there can be a really powerful business engine. And for the right person, maybe a genuinely life-changing career path.
But it also leaves us with that classic choice, doesn't it? The appeal of a structured program, that fast track with all the support, versus the independent, self-taught journey, which has its own risks, but maybe different rewards too.
Exactly. Which leads us to, I think, a final provocative thought for you to chew on.
Okay, let's hear it.
In this increasingly digital, often complex world we live in, if something as seemingly simple as a well-crafted email can truly generate, let's say, 36 times its investment for a business,
Yeah.
what does that tell us about the fundamental, maybe even timeless, power of clear, persuasive communication?
That's a good one.
Hmm.
It suggests that cutting through the noise with clarity and persuasion is maybe more valuable than ever.
Right. And following on from that, how much are you willing to invest, whether it's time, effort, or money, to harness that power for yourself?
A powerful question to ponder.
Indeed. Until next time, keep digging, keep learning, and keep those curious minds engaged.